big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause I blame she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike 54. Squish down the middle. Bang, 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 bang. Switch.
They'll run on first down. McGee, he'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Dobbs. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. Steps away to his left. That's to McCaffrey, complete. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Just the first quarter, the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Great. Stop here, D. Mike, check.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Tucker. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey, and they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's got him in, complete. The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 93 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to
blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down now, it's McGee. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14?
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dobbs going deep this time for Mellon. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Throwing again. Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On the ground, McCaffrey. And out across midfield, down to the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now it's Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Here we go.
running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the run, Newton going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Mark Barron showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd and goal. Newton to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
From the gun, here's Newton. This is caught. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you
down.
Don't want to.
I know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. High throw, but he makes the catch. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Buccaneers.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Dobbs now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 5 now. Dobbs. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and that's complete to McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton, he's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Parkey is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker. But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. From the gun, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return to the 6-yard line. As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass. Buying time to his left. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 16-yard line.
Check 13. Check 13.
Throwing again on second down. Dobbs throwing middle, and it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one. And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Dobbs is throwing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Operating from the gun. Newton escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Newton. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On first down, McGee. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Check the call, check the call.
On third down, Dobbs going up top for Miller. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
On the set. 53, Mike. Check 24.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second and 10, Dobbs. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give them 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Being chased out left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 4th down, Dobbs. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great. With the offense, they can't be despondent.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Dobbs. Over the middle, complete. That's McGee. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready? Three down.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
On the set. Mike 51. Y'all not ready. Get it.
And they take a knee.
Walker at the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Not a day of my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day of my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the back. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20